Do you have a buying addiction? And do you know about the connection between having too much stuff that you purchased that maybe you're not using, you don't need, or you don't want? That's called the clutter connection, and it's associated with a buying addiction. I'm Angela Brown, and this is Ask a House Cleaner. This is a show where you get to ask a house cleaning question, and I get to help you find an answer. Now, we had somebody that wrote into the show, and I want to read this to you because I want to unpack this and then maybe give you some solutions that you can use moving forward. She said, I need help with my one-bedroom apartment. It looks like a box factory. Over the past 2 years, I ordered everything. I didn't go out, and now I'm drowning in boxes and severe clutter. I'm on a fixed income because I'm disabled, and people pay thousands of dollars for a complete cleanup. I don't know what to do. I don't qualify for a personal loan, but I can pay on a monthly payment plan. I don't want to be evicted from my home. I'm embarrassed and I don't know who I should call. All right, I want to stop for just a second and I want to say thank you for writing into the show, because what you've done is the huge first step. You admitted that you had an issue and you addressed it head on and said, I need help. That is the very first step to overcoming whatever it is that you're dealing with now. We're going to call it a buying addiction, because over the last couple of years, and our society kind of gave this to us as this weird gift. They said, everybody stay home. And then all of a sudden, all these online opportunities to purchase stuff became convenient to us so that we did not have to leave our homes. So everybody's buying habits shifted. So first and foremost, you're not alone. There are lots of people going through a buying addiction right now. Now, this week, I'm buying lots of things myself because we just hired a bunch of new employees and I'm setting up work computer stations for each of them. So in order to address buying and then a buying addiction, I want to separate the two. Are you buying things that you need for a specific use, or are you just buying things? Now, most people don't just randomly buy things. They buy things because it will provide something to them. So I want to stop and look at what you're buying. What are you buying? Are you buying things that will serve a purpose and solve a problem? Because that's most why people buy things, right? They buy food because it's going to fill up their bellies and it's going to, give them something to cook for breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snacks, that kind of thing. So there's a purpose, there's a reason. When you buy clothes, it's because you either want to have the latest trends or the latest fashions. You want to be accepted. You want to be popular. You're looking for clothes that are comfortable, clothes that fit you, clothes that you're going to wear on a job. There's usually a reason or a purpose behind what you're purchasing. So I want to stop for just a second and say, it's okay if you still buy things. I don't want to go cold turkey and say, don't ever buy anything again, because that would be unrealistic. It's like telling a food addict, don't eat any more food. We need it for survival. And so you will be buying more things. What I want to do, though, is I want to create some rules for the spending, because as long as we're just buying and there are no rules, it's easy to get out of control. And this is how people get into debt. So the first thing, what are you buying and is there a reason? Now, I said a minute ago, I was buying electronics this week. What I had to do is make a list. And so the list is, I need a table for everyone to sit at. I need a chair for everyone to sit on. They will be working at a computer. I need a computer for them to work on. They're going to be bringing information that's from a Dropbox folder or something, but they're going to need a hard disk to work off of and to store their information. So they need a Dropbox account and they need a hard disk to save their files and data on. And because they will be watching YouTube videos of how to do whatever the particular task is, they will also need a headset so they don't disturb other people that are in the same room. Now, are they going to be on camera? We do lots of live streaming. They're probably also going to need a webcam if the webcam that's on the computer is not sufficient. So those are the things that are on my purchase list. So anything that falls out of that range, I have to stop and say, wait a second, that would be a nice to have. That is not a necessity. Over here, I have the necessities. Over here, I have the nice to haves, right? So now I've separated it in my mind. Which category does this fit in? I want you to do the same thing. Is this a necessity or a nice to have? Now, for all of those purchases, unless there is a deadline, and for me, the deadline is they started last week. And so anytime last week is a great time for me to go purchase these new items, okay? Because if they were starting a month from now, I don't need to purchase them today. I could purchase them all the way up until the day that they start. But since they've already started last week, it was now emergency. I dropped what I was doing and I ran down to the store and I bought some of those things right then that same day because now I had to have it. It was a necessity. So if it's a time-sensitive issue, must have, go ahead and purchase it. Now, if it's not time-sensitive, and I don't ever want us to purchase things time-sensitive if we can help it. What I want us to do is put it on a to-do list. This is a must-have, this is a nice-to-have, and then put a 21-day time frame on it. In 21 days, if this still is a must-have and I gotta have it, I will have figured out a way to pay for it. I will have justified the purchase price of it, and I will have gone through several different biorhythmic moods that either say, I don't really think I want that, or maybe we found a better product. We found something that's more conducive to our situation, or maybe we found a better price. And so the 21 days gets you out of that impulse spending mode where we're buying things just for the dopamine high. So I want us to just get away from not purchasing on the spur of the moment. Doesn't mean you can't have nice things, and it doesn't mean you can't have exactly what you want. It just means you're going to delay that purchase until you've gone through several different mood swings and you've either worked your way out of buying it at all, or you've come to a way that you can now pay for it and it's not going to put your lifestyle in a pinch, if you will. As far as the things that you have right now with the excessive amounts of clutter in your home, my recommendation is that you send back everything that you're not using right now that's still within that return window. The second thing that I would recommend is that you make an inventory of all of the boxes of things that you have purchased that are inside your home. And if you have an inventory that allows you then to turn around and resell them on a site like Facebook Marketplace or Nextdoor.com, someplace where people can just pick them up and you're not reshipping them. Right now you have brand new things that are still in boxes and you can turn around and resell that right now. And so with the ad that you purchased it from, you could probably really quickly create your own ad. You already have pictures of the item because it's there. You could say new in box. That's an incentive for people to buy. But my suggestion is to start taking control of the situation that you're in. Because until you make new rules about your spending habit, there's going to be a tendency to repeat those same behaviors. So moving forward, I want you to have nice things. And I love the fact that you've already admitted that there is an issue. And so my suggestion is don't pay someone else to come in and clean up all of your stuff, because then you're giving that power to them. I want you to hold the power for yourself. I want you to say, wait a second, this is my situation. I created it and I can help myself out of it. But by putting yourself on a purchase limit, this is, I'm not going to buy anything for 21 days. And then you start looking at your budget and your finances. Can I afford this? Is this a must-have or a nice-to-have? And only purchase the necessity items for a period of time. Personally, I don't buy any shoes except during the month of October. And that eliminates the need for buying shoes all the other times of the year. And I love shoes. And so with that in mind, I don't overspend and I don't buy random shoes when they come on sale or if I just see them and they're cute and there's no impulse shopping whatsoever. So it's a very specific, very decisive, calculated time that I purchase shoes during the month of October. And I already know leading up to the month of October, which of my shoes are wearing out and which of my shoes I want to replace. Then I make one purchase and I purchase those shoes at the time. Then I don't purchase shoes at any other time of the year. And so any ads that come in get thrown in the trash. And so I have created discipline by having rules like that in place. And so I wish the same for you. Now come over and join us at Hoarding World. It's a Facebook group where we are working through our relationship with stuff. And you can help find an accountability partner over there. And you can also find some support. And so we don't want to judge you. We don't want to tell you what to do, but we're there to help you and we're here to clap for you as you go through this journey. So come join us and I will leave links in the show notes below. All right, I hope that helps. If it does, give us a thumbs up. If you got questions or comments, those go in the notes below. And until we meet again, leave the world a cleaner place than when you found it.